Steve Harris from White Maiden and British Lion. You're listening to Andrew McCaskett from Scars and Guitars.
G'day everybody and welcome to the show. I'm pleased you can join me for a chat featuring Phil Campbell from Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. He's also got some solo stuff out there, but the big one, of course, we all know, Motörhead. Now, the catalyst for the chat is due to an Australian tour, which is occurring throughout September 2025, and I'll put all relevant links to that tour in the episode description if you are onshore or curious. So, of course, throughout the conversation, we discuss the tour, what sort of show that he is bringing down to Australia, and it was also an opportunity to gauge his feedback and get him to answer some questions about Motörhead, but not too many. As you'll hear, he was keen to move on and talk about what he's doing with the Bastard Sons, and a few other topics are in there for good measure as well. So here he is, Phil Campbell from Motörhead. Here he is. Phil, how are you?
Okay, my man. I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How have the conversations been going with us, mate, in Australia?
Pardon?
How have you been enjoying the interviews?
Enjoying what? Sorry?
The interviews for the...
I just done 2 this morning. I did about 12 a couple of months ago. So you're the last one this morning now. Then I can get on with my day. All cool.
Okay, gotcha, mate. Yeah, no worries. We've had a number of conversations over the years, and I always lead them with this. I'm the bloke that talks to you about Gallien-Kruger amplifiers. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So that's the first question, mate. Are you planning on bringing any down for this Australian shows?
No, too expensive. No, I've still got them. I've still got most of my GK cabs and amps. Yeah.
Oh, great, yeah.
It's a fine piece of kit, man. They're great.
I bet they are. Yeah, you and the Iron Maiden boys, I think, are the only ones that really got them and still have them, I think.
Was there?
I think Dave Murray and Adrian Smith were given a couple back in the day as well with you. So there you go.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Mate, I'll just get the obvious out of the way first then. What sort of show are you planning on bringing down in September?
We'll do a ton of our own stuff and throw in a load of Motörhead songs as well. Keep everyone happy. You know, I don't think anyone will be going away disappointed.
Yeah. How do you feel at these days? You do have quite a catalogue of your own under your belt, but I've got to ask, at this point in time, do you celebrate the Motörhead stuff, or does it occasionally feel like a bit of an albatross?
Well, this year it is the 50th anniversary of Motörhead as well. So we've done a few shows, you know, celebrating of, you know, just a Motörhead set. But we always took a couple of Motörhead songs in anyway. I mean, people won't let me leave the stage unless I reviewed Ace of Spades, like get into real trouble. Yeah. I don't play that. But yeah, it'll be a load of everything we'll be playing down there. So we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah. What do you see as the most underrated aspect of your guitar playing in Motörhead? In other words, what do you wish got more recognition about your time in Motörhead? I never thought about that. I was just happy to be there. I just do my thing. You know, I can't do all the fancy stuff. I've tried, and it's boring anyway, a lot of it. I mean, there's some amazing players. Tommy Emmanuel, for instance. I mean, he's absolutely incredible. Are you aware of Tommy? Absolutely. Magnificent. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, he's an Australian guy, Melbourne boy, yeah.
Yeah, I read it. Eric Clapton went to see him the other week, and Eric Clapton just said to him, in his way of a compliment, he said, "Oh, so you've been at this a while then?" It's brilliant, yeah. But, I don't know. You'd have to. I don't know about that question really. It's hard for me to answer that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. What do you think? Just speaking more broadly about your career with Motörhead and even what you're doing now, What do you encounter as being the biggest misconception about you and your playing?
Me and my playing.
Yeah, like, a lot of people think Lemmy wrote all of the songs in Motörhead, for example, but I know you wrote many.
Yeah, well, most of the riffs are mine all the way through. They change them a bit and whatever, but basically, because when we were the three-piece, everyone was waiting for me to come up with something to start the songs. Like Lem would have one or two of his own rock songs, rock and roll songs ready, usually. But the majority of the stuff, I mean, it's all credited to the three of us anyway, apart from Lem's individual songs. But yeah, people think it. I don't know what they think. They don't read the credits. Obviously,
yeah.
A lot of people are writing credits, and I'm definitely not a heavy metal player. If people think I might be a heavy metal player, I think they're wrong there.
Mm. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, you're a rock and roll guy. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. What about Motörhead's continuous association, if you like, with rock, let's talk about metal too, with rock and metal, both of them. But Motörhead, it's become a brand, hasn't it? How do you feel about that morphing of the Motörhead iconography from being all about the music to being a brand?
Well, Motörhead should be remembered. I think it was such a unique band, and Lem was such a unique person, and the music was so unique as well. Why shouldn't it be remembered along with the music? People don't have to buy anything if they don't want to buy anything. But if they walk around with Motörhead written on this or that or whatever, and they think it's cool, that's fine. I'm proud to have Motörhead written on anything that I would wear.
Same.
Not all at once, though. Not 5 items with Motörhead written on it all at once. But
you do see that, though, don't you?
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Mate, you guys, when the band was going, you guys were just road warriors. I mean, you really set the pace for other bands, and you toured with so many groups. And the one regret that I've got is that I didn't see you back in 2014 or 15 when you came out with Motley Crue, I think it was, because I didn't really want to watch Motley Crue, and I just thought I'd catch you guys on the next tour. Nobody knew what was coming, of course, but. How did I know you've given up drinking because we spoke about that in one of the mini conversations we've had. But when you look back on all of that touring, you had to have a lot of endurance and you had to keep up with the road lifestyle. So, what core characteristic did you have to use the most that got you through that aspect of being in Motörhead?
Humor. You had to. You have to have your camaraderie with everyone as well, and try not to take things too seriously when everything turned to shit, and just plow on and make sure you've done the gig.
Yeah.
Most of the time it was a hell of a lot of fun. It was a fantastic ride.
I hope I can ask this question, Phil. Pass on it if you want. But what do you miss most about being in a band with Lemmy?
Just being in a band with Lemmy. Is that a good enough answer?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great answer. Yeah. Snakebite Love. That's a great album. But you worked with Howard Benson on it. How do you feel about that album these days?
I like it. I like all Howard's work with us. I think he's a fantastic producer. There's some great stuff. The title track is great. That's a bit different for us on there. And it's a good album.
Did you plan on working with, when I say mainstream producers, your Michael Beanhorns are very good producers, by the way. Did you ever think about going that deep into it and working with a Terry Date or a Michael Beanhorn on any of your albums?
Never heard of them guys. So
Right. Oh, the Pantera producer, for example.
No.
Not your thing?
No. I did ask for to work with a producer of No More Tears, and then they got us Dwayne Barron after, who did No More Tears. I think he did one of the albums with us. He may have been in conjunction with another producer so long ago now.
Did you write Hellraiser?
No. I'm not sure if Lem wrote the lyrics and Ozzy and Zach wrote the music, probably.
Yeah. Well, there was that. You're right,
Sorry, are we going to talk about my band? I don't want to talk about Motörhead or the entire interview.
So let's talk about that now. What is the most engaging aspect of being in a band with your sons?
They I don't know. They think I'm an old man now, so they won't let me carry anything or do any lifting and stuff. But that's cool. I don't know. I think it's quite unique. I really can't think of many more cases of a situation like this. I kind of forget sometimes when we're on stage and we're firing on all cylinders, and then I just think of myself then, oh dear, I mean, we're kicking ass tonight, and then the fact that they're my children sort of gets put aside for a split second, but I'm really proud of them, and I'm definitely the worst musician in the band, which I'm happy to say.
That's the goal, isn't it? To surround yourself with musicians that are better than you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What about challenges and obstacles? Just with referring to the Bastard Sons, have you had any challenges you've had to try to overcome?
No, not really. No. Most people are quite happy printing the word bastard now. And occasionally on the radio, they don't say the full name. They say Phil Campbell and the sons and his sons and stuff. But, we've done a lot of heavy touring. We've toured with some of the biggest bands and played on the biggest stages in the world. And it's great. It's great for me to be able to see my boys experiencing all this. And it's great for me to experience it still as well, So we're working hard. The gigs are great. It's just all the in between, the traveling and the airports and all that crap. That's the tiring part of it all. When you spend 4 hours on an airplane, and then from where we live, we spend like 3 or 4 hours from home, get into an airport in a van, and then whatever long the flight is, and then the festival might be, another 3 or 4 hours in a van. So you've done like 12 hours traveling before you've even set foot on a stage. And sometimes we're playing that same day as well. So some days we fly in the day of the gig. Sometimes we have to go in the day before. So that's the killer part for me, is the traveling.
And do you prefer playing club shows like you're doing in Australia, or the festivals?
You can have really great sweaty club shows. We did 2 on the weekend. There's a different vibe, and it's a bit more personal, but you can hear the instruments just coming back at you from the back of the hall and stuff. The festivals also have a lot going for them, big stages. It's as long as the crowd is receptive, really, I'm quite happy. But I say some of the dressing rooms in the clubs are not that wonderful. So it's always handy to have a tour bus outside.
Oh, that'd be disgusting, Phil. I couldn't imagine what you've encountered in backstage areas.
Oh, yeah.
Yuck.
Anything and everything.
Yeah. So have you got, in terms of your family, have you just got the three sons? You got Todd, Tyler, and Dane. I know that, but have you got a bigger family than that, or have you got the three sons and they're all in the band?
They're all in the band. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Was that always on the cards for you? Do you think that eventually you would form a band with your sons?
No, not at all, really. And I knew they wanted to. They got interested in music at a young age because I always had music playing in the house. Me and my wife, she used to play a lot of Todd Rundgren. She turned me on to Todd Rundgren, who's a big hero of mine. But then they started playing instruments and everything. And the two of them went to university to do stuff. I never forced them, but I just want them to do whatever makes them happy, whatever they wanted to do. Like, you know, Todd still produces. Like when he's not busy with us, Todd's producing bands. He's got two bands now on the short list. He's produced 2 albums for the Welsh Music Prize coming up. So he's starting to get more success with his producing. Dane's got other interests as well. He sells houses.
Oh, nice.
He tries to do it on the road sometimes as well. So and Tyla's got another band together with he's got a 4-piece band together as well, and he goes out with his mate as a duo. So they're busy all the time, like, you know. So it wasn't a plan to end up in the same band, but it's great. You know, I'm very lucky.
Who writes the majority of the material?
I would say Todd. I'm quite lazy. I'll come in last minute with some stuff, but Todd will come in with like maybe 3 or 4 full song ideas or almost full songs, and then maybe towards the end I'll come in with like 2 or something like that. It's a mixture of everything, like, but Todd probably comes up with a little bit more than me at the moment. You know, but Dane's trying to change drum patterns around and everything, and Tyla comes up with the bass riffs and some cool bass stuff as well. So it's all credited to the band, the 5 of us.
And is the plan just to keep on doing this for as long as you all feel like it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Obviously, at my age now, I'm going to be slowing down a bit. I can't tour. And I don't want to tour as much as I did with Motörhead. You know, I want to spend some time with my wife.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've got a couple of different places we can go and live. So she put up with a lot while I've been away rocking and rolling all these years. She's been left at home. So it's time to give back.
That's lovely, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I've given back to the boys now for 12 years as well, the time I missed with them. But I've got a few more good years left of me yet anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah. Are you planning on maybe releasing another solo album at some point?
If I didn't have nothing else to do, I possibly could, but it's, you know, at the moment now, the time I finished when this band, when we're off, I just want to relax. So the last one took me 16 years to put together anyway, the last album. So I don't think I want to spend 16 years on another one.
Oh, great, yeah.
You never know, though. Somewhere down the line, I might put something out, an EP or maybe an album. I'm not sure yet. Mate,
never say never. Yeah, you got good back behind you as well. So, yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'll make this my final question for you. We always talk rugby when we catch up, mate. Again, I wouldn't expect you to remember these things, but the Wallabies are only going marginally better than the bloody Welsh rugby side, mate. But in your view, what the hell's going on there in Welsh rugby?
From what I can gather, it's turned to shit recently, I think.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's sort of thing you put a game on at the start, full of excitement, and way before half time, like you've gone off the boil, and you try and switch over to something else. That's what happens in my house, anyway.
Yeah, I've stopped watching the Wallabies. I mean, they've had a couple of good wins lately. They lost against the series against the Lions, but I was a rabid Wallabies fan. But the last 25 years have just been an abomination. It's been horrible.
Yeah, the glory days of the 70s and 80s for the Welsh have long gone, unfortunately.
I know we're just fans, though, mate. Passionate fans, but long may we stay engaged. But, they make it bloody hard, don't they?
I know, yeah.
So hard, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Thanks for the chat, Phil. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, my friend.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, Gallon-Kruger rules still. All the best.
Well, there you have it. I hope that was an engaging and insightful conversation with Phil Campbell from the Bastard Sons and, of course, Mohead. I certainly thought it was. And there was that moment, wasn't there, where Phil is very direct, and that's just his style. So when he says that he doesn't want to talk about the Motorhead stuff anymore, I completely understand that. But I feel it's part of my job to still ask him these questions and take it right up to the point where he doesn't want to talk about these things anymore. So Motorhead is one of those groups that you can talk about for a long time. There's been a lot of blogging and vlogging and all that bullshit YouTube reaction stuff out there, but you still don't get as much information. Well, you're never going to get the same information. I need to reframe my point and say that you need to talk to the members themselves. And in that way, I think that was a very worthy and insightful dive into all things Motorhead. Well, as much as I could dive into all things Motorhead before we switched into what he's doing with his sons. All worthy topics regardless. And chances are you're not new to my show, but if you are, that's a pretty good example of the way in which I conduct. They're not interviews, they're discussions and conversations. So there you go. All right, my name's Andrew Mackay-Smith and I'm the host of Scars and Guitars. Until the next one, it's a goodbye for now.